One day, there was a young man working in a factory, and an old man working with him spoke little, worked a lot, and never stopped developing his skill in every aspect of the manufacturing processes. The old man was a mentor to the young man, and after 10 years had passed, the old man retired, and the young man he himself was an expert and continued to do his work with the same dedication and diligence that he had learned. One day, the young man visited his teacher. The old man saw that he seemed unhappy and asked him what was bothering him. The young man sighed and then poured out his heart. "I have been following your instructions exactly all these years. No matter what I work on, I stick to it. I stay silent and focus on the job, and I know that I did a good job in the factory, and I learned all the skills that can be learned there, and what I cannot learn. What I do not understand is that people who do not have my experience or abilities have all been promoted, while I still make less than I did before. When I was your student," the old man asked, "are you sure that you have become indispensable in the factory?" The young man answered, "Yes." The old man walked back and forth to think. After a while, he turned to the young man and said, "You must ask for a day off, using whatever reason you like. It is time to give yourself a break." The young man was relieved by this advice, but the more he thought about it, the more it made sense for him to thank his teacher and leave quickly to apply for leave. When he returned to work after his day off, the manager called him into the office to tell him that things had not gone well while he was gone. He confronted the others. Many problems were usually handled by him, and they had no idea how to solve them. Realizing his importance, the manager decided to promote him to a higher position to thank him and encourage him to continue the good work. The young man was grateful for his teacher's wisdom and certainly believed that this was the secret of success. From that moment on, whenever the young man felt that he deserved more than what he was getting, he would take a day off. The next day, the situation improved to his satisfaction, and it continued in this manner for several months. One day, the young man discovered that he was prohibited from entering the factory, which increased his shock when he discovered that his work had been terminated. He couldn't believe it and didn't know what to do. He went back to see his teacher to try to figure out how things had gone wrong. The young man asked the old man, "I lost my job. Did I not do everything?" The old man replied, "Actually, you didn't, because you only heard half of the lesson. No one pays any attention to the light bulb that is always on. Only when it goes off do people suddenly notice and realize that they were taking him for granted. You were not very careful to implement the understanding you had left." Before hearing the second half, it began to occur to the young man that perhaps he had made a big mistake. What is the second half? The teacher spoke slowly to make his point of view. The second half is more important than the first. He realizes that if a light bulb goes out repeatedly, sooner or later it will be replaced by a more reliable bulb. The young man learned a hard lesson that day. He realized that success it is not only about hard work and perseverance, but it also requires balance and responsibility. It is important that we give ourselves periods of rest to recharge our energy and improve our focus, but we must not neglect our duties and responsibilities. As you can see, in life and in your life, the story we mentioned reflects a lot of wisdom and contemplation in daily life. A light bulb that is always lit is similar to the situation of many people in life. Everyone takes several things for granted, such as good health, a stable family, and sustainable work, but when the moment of sudden extinguishing comes, it appears. The truth is, due to the value and importance of these things, many people indulge in daily life and take the basic things as normal without noticing their true value, except when they are suddenly cut off. Only when health is absent, family crises arise, or they lose work do they remember the importance of what they used to take for granted. This truth is related to appreciation and gratitude, and it may be a harsh lesson. For many who underestimate the blessings and opportunities they possess, losing something makes a person realize its value more, and this applies to all aspects of life, whether personal or professional. Therefore, we must consider this wisdom as a constant reminder to us of the importance of appreciation and gratitude for everything we have in our lives. We must not wait until it is extinguished. The lamp is to be aware of its value. Rather, we should always maintain a spirit of appreciation and gratitude and work to preserve the good things and improve the things that need development.